Hey guys. Oh gosh, I'm Oompa Loompa orange again. How did that happen? Okay, my computer's really slow right now. I'm sure it says that no one's in the chat, but I'm pretty sure people are in the chat. So since my computer's delayed, hi guys. I know you guys are there. I can feel it, even though it says 0. Okay, there we go. Sorry, my computer's really slow right now. Hi guys. Hope it's having a good Saturday and or Sunday, depending on where you are in the world, right? Hi. Oh, hi, Life of Destiny. I see you. Hey guys. So for those who are wondering, Libra and Aries are uploading, Cancer and Capricorn are posted for the 25th to the 3rd. Hi guys, hey. And the color's off again. I swear to God, guys, I don't touch this camera. I really don't. I don't change settings ever. Every time I come on, I'm a different color, different texture, different everything. Hey guys. It's like, yeah, it's weird. I knew it was slow. I was like, I feel people there, even though it was all zeros. Oh, wow, North Carolina, hi. Oh, Amber, thank you. That's really sweet. That's really sweet of you. Oh, hey, from Canada. I guess you guys know I like Canadians by now. Not like I don't like other people. Of course I do. But Canadians always stand out for me. I don't know why. They just do. Taurus dating Capricorn. Don't worry, Capricorn's up. Capricorn's uploaded. That one's interesting. Guys, by the way, all the readings for today especially were so intense but awesome at the same time. Sorry. And apparently some people really need to speak their truth because, was it Virgo yesterday? I'm still messed up from Virgo, the partner reading I did for Patreon yesterday. I'm still messed up from that. Michigan. Hey guys, I'm going to let the chat fill up before I get into the topic because this is actually coming out of the Cancer reading where I was like, I need to do a video on this because it was a little ridiculous. Hey from Minnesota. With the light coming in from outside. Oh, it probably is. Lynn, hey, thank you for that note. It probably is. I get so tired of trying to figure that stuff out, And I'm like, you know what? If I'm orange or weird, grainy looking, whatever. You guys know what I look like. For both of us. Oh, good, Amber. I'm glad it resonated with you. England, Australia, and I think you're. Oh, thank you, Soren. Thank you. Oh, you know what? I don't know a Soren personally. It was like a friend's kid, Soren, that they just named a few years ago. But it's a unique name, so I'm glad I saw that again. Oh, so accurate. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, definitely watch the Cancer reading. It was intense. Oh, thank you, Life of Destiny, for the $2.99. I really appreciate that. So we're about 3 minutes in. So I'd say it's safe to get into this. And like I said, this is something I saw in the Cancer reading, and it triggered me. I'm not going to lie. It totally triggered me because it's just so, I don't know why I'm holding chopsticks, unnecessary, and it's a completely unnecessary issue. And it boggles my mind that people allow this to happen to themselves. And see, I get distracted by the chat. I'm sorry, guys. And I'm also really tired, so I'm really ADD, so bear with me. Oh, thank you. Oh, my gosh. Your mother's a Cancer. Cancerians do typically make really great, parental figures. Unless they get triggered. Okay, so let's get into this. Let's get into this topic. So, like I said, this happened in the Cancer reading. These people, and I'm sure you've come across them, I'm sure you've had experience with this, people who let the people in their life dictate their love life or who it is that they end up in relationships with. And I saw it in the Cancer reading, and it totally triggered me. Totally triggered me. I mean, I think we've all experienced that on some level, right? I think at some point in our lives, we've all had that happen to us at least once, whether it's family or your friends, basically telling you, no, this person is doing that person, this is what's wrong with that person, or this thing, that thing. And then you end up not being in a relationship with them because you listen to the people that you're not even romantically involved with. You know what I mean? It's hard when your family does. Oh my God. Yes. Life of Destiny. It is. It is hard when the family doesn't like your person. It is. It's totally hard. And it ruins relationships. It does ruin relationships. And don't get me wrong, I understand if someone's a criminal, of course they wouldn't really appreciate that, right? So there's some things where I understand why the social circle or the family may or may not like the person, but when it's superficial shit, or when they're jealous, and that's what happened in the Cancer reading. It was out of jealousy, and it was just, oh my God, that upset my heart to the core. That's why I moved, so I could get a love life. I'm sorry. Sandra, I just read that. That actually made me laugh a little bit. Yeah, sometimes you got to do drastic measures to just have a healthy love life. It's like why people even think they could have a say in the first place blows my mind. Blows my mind. And it's like, I'm through the years, I've had friends who tried to do that, right? Hold on. I'm just trying to read them all. I'm super stuck with this energetic guy who just left me out of nowhere, but yet he's still, oh, I'm sorry, Carla. That's hard. I know that's hard. I'm sorry. It's hard when they're with you energetically. And I've been struggling with that a little bit too. And sometimes it just hits me out of nowhere, right? Because it's like you're going about your business, you're going about your day, and you're like, wait a minute, why the hell am I thinking about them? Or why do I feel their energy? And you probably are empathic to some extent, or you probably just have a very deep connection with that person. And I know it's hard to shake. For me, like I literally try to use my energy to force their energy out. And also you can talk to your guides to help you with that. Like if you really don't want to feel someone's energy, just let your guides know and they'll try to take care of that for you. Okay. It might take a few attempts though. Yeah, you have to set boundaries. Exactly. You have to set boundaries. Love, oh my gosh. Thanks, Jonathan. But yeah, this issue really blows my mind, especially when it's coming out of jealousy. It's like when you have such a deep connection with someone and it's just so incredible. It's like, why would you ever listen to people who are not in that relationship to end it? Then what happens? Then you lose that relationship, and then you're not that you're stuck with those people because you chose those people initially anyway, but then you're with those people and then you're without that love. Do you think you're going to be happy? Not really, right? And that's exactly what happened in the Cancer reading. And I get it. Some people are low vibrational. Some people are insecure. Some people need that approval from other people, and that means that they have growing to do, which then, but now that I'm thinking about it, then begs the question, is that someone you want to be with anyway who's going to choose them over you? That's exactly what that is. I chose them over you. I love you so much. I love you so deeply, and you're my one, but I listen to them, so I choose them over you. Right? Like, what sense does that make? What sense does that make? And what does that serve, really, except for other people who were just jealous of you in the first place? Dealing with an ugly custody battle. Oh, Jessica, I'm sorry. Oh, I'm sorry. Good energy. Oh, thanks, Denise. Thank you. I'm a Leo and they're an Aquarius. I don't know if I should keep waiting. Margarita, excuse me. I wouldn't, well, okay. If you want to wait for them, just wait the right way. I think I did that. When did I do that video? I think that was the last WaterBaby advice video I did. You want to wait the right way. If you want to wait for them, if they're not responding to you, if they're not trying to give you an exchange of energy after you're trying to give them energy, then I wouldn't keep trying to reach out. And if they want to come towards you, then they'll come towards you. But in the meantime, it's like, you got to keep doing your thing. And every time you're giving your energy, it's like taking more out of you, and they're not even giving anything back in return. You know what I mean? So it's like, you don't want to keep giving more of your own energy that you could be using for yourself in a productive way, or that you could be giving to someone else who's more than happy to give you some of their energy. Right? It's just that exchange of energy. It has to be balanced for any relationship, even if it's just a friendship or just family, it has to be balanced. Margarita, I can't really say that off the bat. Like I can try to focus on it, but especially with so much different energies that are like in the chat with me that I'm feeling, it's going to be hard for me to pinpoint that. But definitely, if I would not keep giving my energy to them if they are not extending energy your way. I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do it. But sorry guys, it's a lot for me to look at. I'm trying. I'm gonna be honest, I'm not the fastest reader, and like, I mean actual reader, like reading text. I'm not the fastest reader of text, but also I'm a little on the spectrum, so sometimes looking at fonts really is hard for my brain and my nervous system. But I'm trying to read everything here. How about people who show up in your dreams? My friends say move on. Sorry, I'm trying to see that. And I apologize if I mispronounce anything. Dramies, funny. If they're showing up in your dreams, you're probably either meeting up with them in the 5D, or it's probably happening for a reason for you to cope with something regarding that person. So if it's, which is technically the 5D, so it's happening so that you can work shit out with them. I would actually suggest work through whatever it is that you need to work through with them. even if it's just doing it solid, like in your solitude in the 3D, like in your waking state, like just really, oh, look, 111. Excuse me. Taking the time to understand why you're upset with the person, what it is they did that hurt you, and why you feel hurt, and addressing that. And once you work through that and can release that, you're probably not going to dream about them anymore. But that's probably why you're dreaming about them. It's because that there's still some unresolved stuff there that's bothering you in your subconscious state that needs to be worked out. So I don't suggest trying to, just not dream about them. That's not going to be effective. It's going to be more effective to work through it for yourself. Why did I feel like Margarita had asked me something else. Shit, hold on. Sorry, guys. Trying to keep all these conversations straight. Oh, private readings. I'm not available for private readings right now, guys. I'm sorry. I'm still dealing with a lot of change myself. And a lot of stuff. I'm actually trying to move too. I'm really close. Oh my God, I'm so close. I could taste it. So close to moving. But anyway, I'm not available for personal readings. When I am, I promise to let everybody know. And I'm going to put an announcement on YouTube and the Facebook page. I promise when I start doing them, you guys will not miss out. I promise. But so back to the main topic for a minute. Yeah, you got to be careful with who you're surrounding yourself with. And it's funny, if you guys watch that reading all the way to the end, that card, that romance angel card that I hate, the let your friends help you, came out. And I was like, of course this card came out, because I hate this card for this very reason. The people you surround yourself with, the people that you go and talk to about your relationships, they know you, they love your energy, which is why they're still around you, whether they are around your energy for the right reasons or for selfish reasons. They're going to have biased opinions about the people you're dating. They just will inherently. There's no way around it. So be very careful about who you go to for advice around, like for the people you're interested in, whether it's friends or family, because they are biased. For better or for worse, they're biased. Do you want a biased opinion or a neutral opinion, right? Oh, thanks, guys. Oh, thank you, Margarita. Clyde's happy. He's sleeping on my bed with Sly. They're both sleeping together. They're friggin' adorable. They cuddle all the time. By extending energy to someone. So sorry, I can't see. Justelina, anytime you think about somebody, you're extending your energy to them and it's reaching them. Whether you feel that or not, anytime you think of someone, anytime you're even just calling them, all that stuff, that's extending your energy. So just being a little nerdy for a second. So I talked about this very briefly. I forget when, but in one of the live videos I did, I talked about it very briefly, of trying to understand how we're all connected energetically, like everything, everyone, including the earth and its inhabitants. From vector mathematics and physics, there's all these lines that are connecting energies, whether energies being manipulated or sent. That's the reason why you guys can feel my energy through video, or why, excuse me, or I can feel your energy through videos. There's already a pathway there for energy to travel. So the second you think of someone, you're sending your energy to them. And that's probably also why you feel, sorry, I forgot who had asked that, but why you're feeling that person's energy when you don't want to. They're thinking of you, sending their energy your way, right? And that's why we set up boundaries, so that we don't have to feel that when we don't want to. Oh my God, I can't say your name. Lady Trucker, thank you for the $2. Thank you. I was like, oh, that's so many letters. I can't. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Oh my gosh, thank you for the $4.99. Thank you. Thank you guys. You guys are so sweet. Like with all these like donations and super chats. I'm so grateful for you guys. You have no idea. Oh, Jessica, you can email me if you want. I just took it off the description of the videos because it became overwhelming and I couldn't get through all the emails. But if you go, I think it's to the actual channel page, like the home page, and you go to the bottom, there's like a link that says email. It'll send you right to me. It's just the WaterBabyTarot@gmail.com. It's just the name of the channel @gmail.com. I was late, was at the Metaphysics bookstore. Oh, I love that. Decided to work on pet tarot readings. Michelle Marie, I love that. That's freaking awesome. I love that. But yeah, so be careful with who you surround yourself with and who you go to for advice on your friends, because even the best of us can make that mistake sometimes, right? Especially if it's people like our family or people that we've been friends with for a really long time. Sometimes, because growth can happen slower than at other times in our life, we could be with a friend for like 10 years before we realize, oh, you don't have my best interest at heart. How did I not see this? Right? And we've been listening to them for 10 years. And sometimes we don't realize that we've been in that trap ourselves. So be very careful with who you surround yourself with. And especially when you date people, like even if you can tell we're on the same wavelength, but maybe I'm a little bit more enlightened, or maybe they have a little bit of growing to do. Whoever they're hanging around with is at their vibration, most likely at their vibration. And if they're the kind of person who's going to put their friends or the opinions of others over their own opinion about you, that's the kind of energy that they have in their life. And those are the people they're going to drag into your life. Think about if you want that for yourself, right? Oh my gosh. Thank you. Glam March 2025. Glamour. Oh, Glamour. Jesus. I can't believe it took me that long to figure that out. Thank you for the $4.99. Oh my God, $30. You guys are crazy. You're so wonderful. And I do treasure your readings. Resonate so well. Thank you so much for the $30, Michelle. I really appreciate that. God, you guys are so generous. So generous. I hope for healing for him and I individually. Oh, see, yeah, that's a really great way to look at it. It's like even when people make mistakes like that or people treat us terribly, it's always good to understand and learn forgiveness and to just wish them the best, right? It's like just closing that door in a positive way for karmic reasons and for just your own growth and closure. It's like when you don't do that, it just takes up space within your energetic self and in your soul. And it's not good. So it's good. It's really good. I love that. I really love that. But yeah, guys, I was triggered and I felt the need to share because when I see that shit, it's bullshit. It's such bullshit when I see that go down. How do you shake when you feel a connection with someone when they are emotionally unavailable? I just don't know why after 10 years, I can't fully let my ex-husband go. Oh, Annie, I'm sorry. I mean, especially like when you've been married to someone, it's like that brings it to a whole other level, right? I've never been married, but I mean, we know. Right, that brings it to another level when you share literally everything together. And especially if they were emotionally unavailable, that's a really hard one-sided relationship. And I'm not trying to say anything about the marriage that you had with this person. I just can tell it's been a rough road. And I'm sorry about that. I know it's really rough. To disconnect, I mean, I hate to say it, but it takes a lot of healing and time to do that healing, especially for 10 years. The longer you're with someone, the more time it takes to work through all of those emotions and to work through everything that's happened with that person, unless you were in the relationship and you were done with the relationship and stayed in it, right? But I don't think that's the case for you, Annie, right? It's a lot of just self-healing. And I hate to say it like that because I know it's a generic answer, but it's just the truth. And really just kind of understanding any unresolved issues you have from that relationship. And, I'm someone who really has done therapy quite a number of times for different reasons. And, I found that to be very beneficial. Sometimes you need that. Sometimes doing the work on your own isn't enough. Sometimes you need that neutral party, right, to help you out with even just understanding things that maybe you don't even see about yourself and what you haven't worked through yet. Because 10 years is a lot of stuff to work through. It's a lot. So I do wish you luck. I'm really sorry that you went through that. I do wish you luck though. It's 10 years apart. I've moved here and there, but there is always a connection. We do. Yeah. Oh gosh. And you have a child together. That makes it harder. Makes it a lot harder. You're always going to have that connection, especially because you share a child. You're always going to have that connection. It's just a matter of, again, it's working through the things that were not resolved for you that are holding you to that connection in a negative way. It's painful, right? It's painful because there are things there that haven't been dealt with. And, I'm sure that you will get to a point where you can think about that person and have that connection and it won't be nearly as painful or won't feel nearly as intrusive or obstructive to your life and your goings on, right? Especially when it comes to the child that you two share. So yeah, that's about really just looking within and doing and trying to understand exactly what it is that's making you not happy about feeling that energy, right? And I know that's hard. Even for myself, I struggle with that from time to time. I do. I admittedly do. I do. But that's what it takes. That's what it takes. But yeah, guys. So just felt the need to share with you guys. And if you guys are in that situation where, no problem, Annie. I'm happy to help. I know that's rough. I know that's rough. Yeah, and if any of you find yourselves in that situation, how dare they? It's for me. Oh gosh. Thank you for the $20, Libra Faith. How dare they? It's for me. Mom's sick. Oh, I'm really sorry. I'm really sorry. That's really hard when a parent becomes ill, right? It's really, really hard. I do wish you luck though. I know it'll get better with time. We all gotta go through our lows, our ebbs, right? The ebb and flow of life. We all gotta go through it. And sometimes the ebb is a lot more ebby than we're used to. But thank you, Libra Faith. I appreciate it. But yeah, if you find yourself in that situation, guys, where someone is listening to their friends, listening to their family about decisions between you and the other person over you, it's time to either confront them on that or decide, do I want someone in my life who's always going to choose the opinions or expectations of others over the expectations of we have for each other? Right? It's like, why are there people in this relationship besides you and me? Right? It's like, wasn't it just you and me? Where did all these people come from? Who they? They're not in our bedroom. Why the hell do they care? Anyway, sorry guys, I'm just trying to read all these. Do you feel psychics or sensitives more? That's well, it's interesting because I've gained a couple friends like from being on YouTube, right, that I spend time with. And the first one, the infamous Glenn, he's very sensitive and he's psychic as well. And it's so funny because when you both of you are kind of like that, you can have a very different kind of friendship, right? It's like you can sense each other, you can kind of know when something's up. And actually, when we first met, we did a little like reading on our past lives, and we cleared out some karma from our past lives. Like you can't do that with just like anybody, right? It's like you need someone to be psychic or sensitive to have that with, which is actually really special. But do I feel them more? I feel like it's more about there's a lot more telepathy that goes on. It's not necessarily that I feel them more. There's just more telepathy because they're just as capable, or if not more capable, right? Oh, are you going to be doing some things on Cusp? I will eventually. That Sedona trip and everything, like I've been off my schedule. And so I'm like back on it. I'm back in the groove. And then once I also get my living situation like finally settled, because I was trying to move before the end of the year. And then my channel took off and then things started happening in my personal life. And it was like, oh my God, okay, clearly this wasn't supposed to happen right now. I'm going to hit an equilibrium at some point. I know I will. And I know I will. I know I will. And once I'm there, I will start doing different kinds of videos. But I've been wanting to do something on cusps for a long time. I have, because it's like, I think that's a really awesome energy to tap into, cuspy energy. Because it just really gets things all up in the mix, right? Really gets things mixed up. Lillian, you're funny. Oh, you've got 3 cusps. Oh my gosh, you must be so interesting. Yay, cusp. Yeah, and that's the thing. When you look at your chart, it's like everybody's got at least one cusp in the mist somewhere. Everyone's got a cusp in there. But anyway, guys, we've gone off topic as always because I can't help but talk to you guys and chit chat and answer your questions. But yeah, so if you're struggling with that, decide if you want this person and the rest of their shitty individuals to come in there with you. They're a little bit, I shouldn't say shitty. That's a big judgment right there. Taking that back, I retract it. If you want this person to bring in their low vibrational social circle who's ready to just like burn you at the stake because they're jealous. Right? Do you really want that? Does anybody want that? Just something to think about, guys. And like I said, we've all been there. Libra Faith. Oh, 44, a master number. Yeah, that's definitely about like divine foundations, like long-term blessings and development there. So that's awesome. I'm glad that you've been seeing that. And honestly, guys, when it comes down to synchronicities, do certain numbers mean specific things? Yes, absolutely. So when you're seeing synchronicities, definitely look up the meaning and look into it to see how it applies to you. But also I tell people, use your intuition first because they're speaking to you. It's a conversation between you and the divine. So really go into your intuition first to see what they're trying to tell you and then go and look up the number. Yeah, Virgo was. Oh wait, what was the title of Virgo again? So when I do readings, guys, I don't sit in that energy. So I always forget the reading like immediately after, unless I get triggered like I did for Cancer. Virgo's was finally free, I think, right? But that's a good one though. Yeah, thank you, Melissa. Like I really loved that message because yeah, it's a little tumultuous and it's chaotic, but you know, getting rid of the people and situations that only impede your life, always a good thing. That's always a good thing. Oh, I'm a little lightning bug. I love that. Thank you. Thank you, Adrian, for the T99. I've never been called a lightning bug. I actually really think that's adorable. Thank you. But where was I going with that? I get so distracted so easily. It's like, oh, something shiny. Um, what was I saying? Guys, what was I talking about? What was I talking about? Can people tell me what I was talking about? I literally forgot. Oh wait, I forgot. I seriously forgot what I was talking about. I get a lot of brain farts, like all the time. I'm that ADD, especially when I'm tired. Can you see the bags under my eyes? I see, like with the full moon energy really messed me up. Like I usually have insomnia. I've had it like my whole life. Surprise, surprise. Most light workers have had insomnia their whole life. Most empaths have had insomnia their whole life. Most sensitives, anyway. But this full moon energy really messed me up, and I've been trying to catch up on sleep. And even last night, I only slept like an hour or so at a time. Oh, thank you, Michelle. Yeah, I instantly forget the readings after I do them because it's not my energy, so I can't sit in that. You know, I can't sit in it. I just can't. I can't allow myself to do that as a sensitive. I cannot allow myself to do that. So that's why I always forget them like instantly. Not to mention, I'm ADD. When does this full moon energy end? It's gonna go on for a couple weeks, but the new moon energy should really help. It should really help. I'm like, I can't wait for the new moon energy. And I was talking to Glenn about it. We're both exhausted. I'm just like, oh my God, when is the new moon gonna be here? March 6th. But it's still going to be with us for a little while, but it should mellow out. And as each day goes on, it's going to mellow out even more. And you know, I wasn't even going to talk about this in this video, but I will because I'm here. Oh, Jenny, good. I'm glad the Aquarius reading really resonated. So as you guys know, I've been studying Vedic because I eventually want to switch over to a Vedic system. So I've been studying the nakshatras. I'm trying to use proper pronunciation. I'm going to botch it because I don't speak Sanskrit. And I'm American, sorry. It just says, is your fingers healed? Almost. Like the emery board is gone. I don't have full mobility yet, but it's getting better. Like I can do like about that. That's pretty good. That's pretty good for me. Oh, thank you for the $10, Cassandra. Yeah, honestly, I'm a big nerd. I love knowledge. I can't help but study like anything I can get my hands on. I just can't help myself. And I like sharing that with people. So I'm glad that I started this channel because I feel like I can actually share a lot of the things that I learn and people don't stare at me like I have lobsters crawling out of my ears. I think Vedic resonates more with me, Alyssa. Yeah. And so that's why I wanted to start studying Vedic in the first place, because when I first learned about it, at least as far as like what the main difference is between Vedic and Tropic, I was like, oh, that makes a lot of sense. Because like I said, I'm a science nerd. I actually studied math and econometrics and environmental science. I'm a big nerd, major nerd. And so when I realized that it actually follows the actual placements, right? The difference between Vedic and Western. So Vedic doesn't rely on that fixed system in the sense of just staying fixed with the way the signs were defined at the time. My throat chakra is so messed up from these readings, guys. A lot of people needing to speak some truth. So anyway, yeah. They're wanting attention. Oh, thank you for the $10, Mia. Thank you so much. As I keep coughing. Okay. Anyway, guys, sorry about that. So wait, anyway, sorry, approving comments. So back to Vedic versus Western. So the reason that I really wanted to start studying Vedic is because when I just looked at the main difference, Tropic follows a system that was set up forever ago. And as we know, the universe is always expanding. The universe is always expanding. So even though it's based off of certain alignments that were accurate at the time, which was, Vedic and Tropic at the times they were made, it's like they were actually very close and similar. There weren't very many differences. But Vedic changes because it follows the actual constellation and how it expands through the universe. Does that make sense? And so, hold on a second. Let's see. Okay. Sorry, guys. I need moderators. Anyway, so where was I? So that's why I wanted to start studying Vedic, because if you're following actual placements in the actual constellations, that's exactly how the energies are bouncing off of each other, affecting each other through the universe, through the planets, to us here on this planet, right? So that's why I wanted to start studying it. So I've been studying it. And with this full moon, I thought it was really interesting because the full moon in Vedic, I think the nakshatra that it was technically in was, I can't say that one, Ashlesha, excuse me, which is late Cancer. It's like basically like early Leo, late Cancer. There's some debate if it's actually Leo energy or not. I'm not going to go there because, like I said, I'm just studying it now and I'm not an expert. But Ashlesha, I have a strong Ashlesha placement. I'm like, no wonder I've been a crazy person. No wonder I've been insane. And usually full moons affect me anyway, because I do have like other like water placements. I usually turn into a werewolf and just lock myself inside my place and just don't deal with people. As you said it right. Oh, thank you. I don't know how to pronounce this stuff. Do you watch Sal? He does Vedic, helping me a bit to learn. And to learn pronunciations. Well, yeah, I think he actually went to school to study that, if I'm not mistaken. Don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure he went to school to study it. Yeah, I think it's really cool that he does his readings in Vedic. I do appreciate it. What was I gonna say about that? But I do think, and this is just a personal opinion, this is not fact, this is not proven, this is my own personal opinion, that I think there is a sweet spot though between Vedic and Tropic. Oh, thank you for the $5. Thank you, Anima. I love your channel. My guy suggested me to start my own soon. Oh, yeah, you definitely should. You definitely should start your own. I encourage everyone to try. I mean, hold on. That one's okay. All these comments I gotta approve. No, yeah, definitely. I think if you want to start one, you should definitely start it. I encourage everyone to just do it. I mean, there's no harm in trying, right? Also opinion, Venus in, oh gosh, hold on, let me think about that. Venus in Pisces in the 8th house. Ooh. Ooh. So Venus in Pisces energy, that's like, that's a whole lot of just like amazing, deep kind of a love right there. And it's not smothering either. Like that's more Cancerian than Pisces, but that's just a very, very deep bond that can be created with other people there. It's a lot of understanding, and also because Pisces are already intuitive, but I think like someone with a Venus and Pisces placement would know instantaneously within the first few minutes, like whether or not they're going to be with that person. Like I think they would just know on the spot. And then in the 8th house, which is like the Scorpionic house, oh my God, that's like, that's a lot of intensity. That's a lot of intensity right there. Wow. And is that your personal placement? Anima, is that your personal placement? If you feel like sharing, you don't have to share if you don't want to. I almost feel like Venus and Scorpio in the 8th house would almost be too much Scorpionic energy. And I've talked about that before. It's like when you have a chart that's overloaded in some way like that, you got to be careful. You got to make sure you're balancing your own chart out. Yes, it is. Oh my gosh. Who could not love you? I would actually think that Venus and Pisces would have enough intuition and enough deep capability of loving someone that they would know exactly what the other person would need as far as love is concerned without having to try very hard. I'm so unlucky. Pisces usually do get the shitty end of the stick. I'm not going to lie. Sometimes they do. And it's because you guys have so much deep love. You do. And I almost feel like the deeper, like someone, hold on. That one's fine. I almost feel like the deeper capability someone has of love, like just screws them over even more, because people see that and they love it. And some people really try hard to take advantage of it. And everybody goes through that phase of learning how to not get taken advantage of in that regard. But anyway, I don't want to go off the deep end because we could talk for hours about this stuff, and I actually have other videos to do. But where was I? Oh yeah, I was talking about Ashlesha. It's so hard to say. And Ashlesha is interesting because it's a Cancerian kind of energy, right? But when you learn about it, it's so scorpionic. It's so scorpionic, even though it's technically Cancer. Like Ashlesha is, they technically say it's a snake, but I don't really think it's a snake. I mean, I'm sure, like if you see visuals of like, you know, illustrations, yeah, it looks like a snake, but it's like, it's something that lives like way deep down in the depths of water. They live in the underworld, technically, Ashlesha. They're rulers of the underworld. They hold the secret knowledge, the sacred knowledge. And yes, they're very sexual and they love sexual experimentation, but they're also incredibly intuitive and they're like a one person at a time lover. They're very kind of like interesting and like for a Cancerian energy, but I think it's just really misunderstood. Like a lot of people talk shit about Ashlesha. A lot of people. And I think it's just because they don't understand it. You know, and every sign, even every, I can't say it, nakshatra, has their pros and their cons. And just like anything, guys, I always say check the whole chart. You can't base you can't like make an assumption about someone based off of one of their signs. When I was doing this, I was like, oh, my finger's not in the image. One of their signs, you have to look at the whole chart. And if anyone has an overloaded chart, I don't care what sign placements they have. If they have an overloaded chart, I would say be careful. If they don't seem like a very put together, well-rounded individual who's done a lot of self-work, I would just be a little wary. No shade. I have an overloaded chart myself. But I'm just saying, be careful if someone has an overloaded chart by one sign in particular. Oh, Shaw's mind. And it's funny. I don't know if you're late or not, but this is exactly why I started the video, was because of the Cancer reading. That's exactly why I started this video. Oh, Denise. Oh, thank you. Jonathan, extremely loyal. Yeah. Yeah. It's like people just, I think, misunderstand signs based off of what they hear from other people, or if they've had Ashlesha, is that Vedic? Yeah. Yeah. We're just talking a little bit of Vedic astrology here. Yeah, people just, I think, have a bad experience with one sign, not knowing someone's whole chart, and then they make assumptions based off that. Or, of course, the stereotypes, right? Like, what are some bad stereotypes about signs? I mean, Scorpios, right, are known to be cheaters. Quite the opposite, unless their chart's overloaded. Leos, they tend to be labeled narcissists because of the pride, right? And again, it depends on what's in their chart, right? Depends on what's in their chart and where the placement is, no less. Has anyone else had an emotional day? I had a really emotional day the day before the full moon. Like, I hadn't cried like that in a while. And I always cry a little bit around the full moon, I'm not gonna lie, but that was a big cry for me. Yeah, the full moon's really bringing it out in people because it's a big full moon. It's like, it was, oh my God. I'm sure a lot of you are still feeling that energy. A lot of you. Andrea, Scorpios are not hypersexual. Yeah, it's like, and that's the thing. It's just people hear these things and make these assumptions and they don't bother to look at the person's chart, right? I feel like one of your cats trying to get your attention. Oh, they're playing. Actually, what time is it? Oh yeah, they're gonna start bothering me for food soon. Yeah, they're playing right now. They're playing. The past 2 days, but it's been anger. Danielle, it's the emotional roller coaster of the full moon. I've definitely gone through that. Like the last 2 days, I've been so irritable and so bitchy. I really have. I'm not gonna lie. I totally have. Trying not to snap at people, trying not to get triggered, and then I got triggered in the Cancer video. But yeah, if you feel like you're getting triggered, honestly, yoga has been really helpful during this period. Like exercise, meditation, and also stay hydrated. I know I say that a lot, but there's no reason to not be hydrated, honestly. But if you're feeling that emotional roller coaster, especially with anger, definitely do some yoga or just exercise. Just go for a walk, like just to burn off that steam. It also just helps get your chakras realigned a little bit better, right? Keeps picking up on my anger. Yeah, kids, even if they're gifted or not, kids are really sensitive to that. So yeah, if your anger is being felt by your child who is, like you said, empathic, definitely just like I said, just do a little physical exercise or even just cleaning. Cleaning helps a lot. Because when you actually physically clean things or your home, it actually sweeps away energy. It does, which is why I try to clean as much as possible. Oh, thank you, Alyssa. Oh, you're so sweet. I wish I had more to give. No, $5 is awesome. Honestly, guys, like, I really appreciate all of these like super chats. I really do. Like, it means a lot because you guys are just doing it just because you freaking want to, and that's really cool. And you know what's weird? I've seen readers like when they do live chats and they get like $5 or like $1. It's like I see them poo-poo it sometimes, and that always surprises me. It's like that's just a gift out of someone's pocket, like, or someone's heart. Like, why would you poo-poo it? Like, I don't understand. But thank you so much for the $5. Thank you. What kind of meditations do you do to get right for the day? I first do my yoga. And then when I'm done with my yoga, I actually do like visualization, mostly like visualization. Just can't say that. Visualization meditation. And for that, like the way I picture it, I actually picture white light going through my chakras slowly, like every single one. And I do it, I rhythm it with my breath. So I'll sit there after yoga. I'll start to just get in that meditative state. And when I feel like I'm in that sweet spot, I'll visualize white light coming around me, and then I'll start, right, like going through my crown. And usually I'll leave it there, like I'll leave the light energy there for a good like 3 to 5 long breaths. And then as I go to the next chakra, I make sure that I'm visualizing that energy go through the first chakra all the way down to my root until I'm done. Not everyone does that. That's just something that's worked for me over the years, especially with just balancing my chakras and balancing my own energy. It's energetic work that I'm basically doing on myself. It's kind of like, in a way, it's kind of like Reiki healing that I'm doing for myself. And you can do Reiki healing for yourself if you want to. There's all kinds of great tutorials on YouTube that you guys should check out. The one that I've seen the most of is the physical touch. So it's like you start with your crown, and then you go to your third eye, and then you go to your, like, and doing that all the way through. But visualizing the light really helps me. But that took me a number of years to get to that point where I felt like it was very effective. But definitely give it a try. Give it a try. Tapping is good. I've been feeling extremely tired and having weird dreams, waking up in panics. Oh, Andrea, I'm so sorry. Yeah, I think that's definitely part of this intense energy that we're feeling. The fatigue has been kicking my ass. I had crack coffee today. That's what I call it. It's Phil's coffee. It's concentrated coffee. And usually when I drink that, like, it makes me so jittery and on edge. But I'm like, this is the most I could get out of me, and I'm still really tired. It's going to be like a one day at a time thing that you got to kind of work through. But waking up in panics, that's not good. That's not fun. I'm really sorry, Andrea, that you're experiencing that. Having weird dreams. You might be just working through a lot of stuff. Like, full moons always bring up stuff we haven't dealt with. Oh God, I got really orangey all of a sudden. Full moons bring up a lot of stuff we haven't dealt with, or even like things from our past. Like, something got brought up for me that I haven't thought about since I was 11. Freaking 11. And I was like, whoa, didn't I deal with this shit? So it's like, that might be what's happening to you in your dream state. Like, a lot of stuff is being brought up that you haven't thought about in a long time, or things that you need to work through. Oh, Allison, thank you so much for the 1999. Oh, yeah, of course. Well, I'm happy to give my advice and insights. I just love chatting and sharing knowledge. Like, and if someone has advice for me, like, I'm never going to be like, whatever. Like, I'm never going to be that person. No, that's how people learn. And I think people don't understand that, right? Like, that's how we really learn the most information, is literally just exchanging information and getting more information off of each other and helping each other understand things from a different perspective, or just the pure exchange of knowledge. No one's ever really wrong. I mean, when people do that, like, no, you're wrong and I'm right, it's like, that leads nowhere. That leads to like lack of growth, actually. Oh, thank you for the $10. Thank you. I appreciate your time and energy, and it's awesome watching you as you grow. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. It's been a year of that for me. This was been a crazy year of growth, and then it led to my channel, and now I'm here, and it's really cool. And I get to talk to you guys, and we get to learn from each other, help each other out. And you guys have helped me a lot too. Like, don't make any mistake about that. Like, the last video I did, the last live one, really helped me a lot. It made me feel a lot better about some things. Pisces Sun is someone wanting to get physical towards me over an ex. Ooh. wonder if the text. Sorry, I'm trying to like take all this in and trying to read all these. I might do single reads. I might. I don't know. Because I mean, when it comes through in readings, it comes through because that's, you know, that's how readings are. It's like stuff comes up when people need to hear it. And that's a lot more videos I have to do. And I already kind of do a lot. From a tarot live to donate on the website instead. I don't donate to him anymore or watch his videos. Oh, thank you for the $10 again, Michelle. Thank you. Yeah, you know, I've seen readers do that too. I've seen readers do that too, where they say, you know, donate on my website, don't donate here on YouTube. And I think it's because YouTube takes a lot out from what's donated. I forget the percentage. I don't even really know what it is, but I think they take a lot out. I think that's why readers don't like getting super chats versus donations on their website. But I just, to me, it's just a token of appreciation. That's what it is to me. So if you want to send it here, then that's awesome. If you want to send it elsewhere, that's fine too. That's how I see it. But I think that's why some readers do that. I think that's why some readers say to do that. But guys, I just realized we've been talking for like 45 minutes, and I do have a lot of other videos that I actually have to do for Patreon. And it's Saturday night. I am going to try to relax a little bit and have a little me time. I still need to work on some purging from the full moon, definitely, for sure. Can I donate on Facebook to you? Oh, that's a good question. Those of you know I'm not tech savvy. I have no idea, to be honest, Jessica. That's really embarrassing. Honestly, I really have no idea if you can donate on Facebook. Can you? Does Facebook take donations for Facebook pages? Does anybody know? I'm actually asking seriously. Does anybody know if Facebook takes donations for Facebook pages? You can? Oh, okay. Actually, let me open the Facebook page. By the way, if any of you have messaged me there, I'm working. Oh, geez, the contrast just changed drastically. I am trying to get through all the messages. I think people who were emailing me initially are now messaging me on the Facebook page, and I'm trying to get through it. I know there's a lot of people I haven't answered yet, but I'm trying. Let me see if you can. This is interesting. So the answer seems to, oh, on Messenger. Okay. God, I have no idea even about this. So it's been confirmed by other people in the chat. You can do it on Messenger somehow. I have no idea how. I do have a PayPal and Venmo set up. If you want to donate there, you can donate wherever you feel is best for you. Well, to me, it's just a token of appreciation. But someone said, yes, you can on the Messenger. And I'm looking at the page and I'm like, I don't know where to find this. Oh God, guys, this is like been the other part of the journey. Having this channel with you guys. Yes, you have an option to send money through Messenger. Thank you guys for confirming that. Technology does not agree with me. And I know I'm in that generation. I'm part of the millennial generation, which I'm not going to lie. It's like, it's kind of annoying to me, all the things that have been said about millennials, but we're not getting political here anyway. Neither nor there. But I am part of that generation. And I'm so not tech savvy. There's still a lot of things I have to catch myself up on because the year I was born, it's like, not everyone had computers like growing up. And I did have a computer, so that actually defeats the point that I was making. But anyway, my point is technology doesn't like me, and it's a mutual agreement that we have between each other. I mean, even when I've tried to like boot people out of here or make people moderators, it won't work. Like it's part of my energy, and other people in my family have that issue too. You know, and it's interesting, like we can't even wear watches, a lot of us. And I remember being a kid and getting frustrated because I'd like wear a watch for like a couple days and it would just die like instantly. And that's why my mom can never wear them. It's weird. I'm going to look for you on Facebook now. Yeah, definitely. The Facebook page is just WaterBaby Tarot. I don't do crazy stuff. I just keep it simple. But anyway, I'm not tech savvy. So thank you guys. It's been a learning experience. I've learned a lot. I've learned a lot about technology since starting my channel because I've just had to figure things out as I go. Did I miss Taurus love reading? No, Taurus is up. Taurus is, I think, one of the first ones I posted. Natasha, I think it was posted. What's today? I just said it too. Today's Saturday. See, that's how tired I am. Like, I don't even know what day it is, and I said it a few minutes ago. Yeah, I think Taurus was uploaded Wednesday or Thursday. I don't know what day it is. I think maybe Wednesday or Tuesday. But anyway, guys, I just keep chatting. So ADD, I just keep talking. I should go. I should go. It's been about 50 minutes. I should go. We've shot the shit, if that's even how you say it, and it was fun. I love talking to you guys, but I do have stuff I gotta do. I love learning too. I'm into philosophy and history. Oh, and anime. History is really interesting, and I hated it growing up because I have such a terrible memory. And so it was always like this. The subject I struggled with the most was history, and math and science were always like my favorite topics. I always aced those classes, but history was so hard because it was pure memorization, and I don't remember shit. But now that I'm older, I love learning about all the things that have happened, especially the history that we don't talk about. That's a whole other topic about, is history really our history? It's told from a biased perspective. Plus, things are told things are told in the way that were intentionally told in that way, despite what actually happened, right? Anyway, that's a whole other topic that I don't need to get into. But I got to go, guys. How sweet of her. Sometimes able to get back at time. Oh yeah, Lisa. It's like when you guys send me super chats like that, it makes me feel so freaking good. Like honestly, it's like, oh my God, like you guys just want to show your appreciation. And I think that's a big deal. And especially I know like not everyone is in a great like money situation. Like even now, guys, okay, so I will say this one thing and then I really, really will go. My life has changed so much from having this YouTube channel. Like I can't even tell you guys. When I started my channel, I was in like dire financial straits, like dire. And then I got monetized, and I got monetized right when I was like running out of like the last bit of money that I had. And now I'm finally to a place where I can pay my bills. Like that's a big freaking deal. So you know what I mean? That's a really big deal. So yeah, like no joke, like YouTube has changed my life. Like I'm not even lying. And so when I see super chats like that, because I've been there, I know what it's like to like have to scrape, but like literally scraping the change that you have, right, to go to 99-cent store to do grocery shopping. I know exactly what that feels like. So I really do appreciate like any little bit that you guys send, because I know how hard it can be. I know quite literally how hard it can be. But anyway, guys, we don't speak in like yeah, I'm like, I love when you guys reach out and you tell me that you've had dreams about me or you've seen me in the 5D, because hey, Sly, they got down. They like to get into stuff on my counter. Anyway, what was I saying? Damn it, they distracted me. Squirrel. Oh yeah, when you guys like tell me that you've seen me in the 5D or that you dream about me, because guys, I do a lot in the 5D. I do, which is also part of the reason I wake up exhausted. And so I love it because like I know I help people in the 5D, whether I remember all of it or not. Like I know I do. So it's awesome when you guys reach out and it's like, oh, awesome, I helped you out. Like that feels really good. I see a lot of people in the 5D. A lot. But now we're almost going on an hour, so I really should go. I really should go, guys. It was awesome chatting with you guys. I hope you guys have a really great like weekend, a wrap up to your weekend, and that you guys start out the week strong. Try to get some rest if you guys can. If you guys can't, you guys can't. I mean, we're at the mercy of the energy right now. But try to protect your energy from people you don't want to feel. Do some yoga, just go for walks, go for hikes, go to the gym, clean a little bit. It'll make you guys feel a lot better. Okay. But yeah, I gotta go, guys. It was nice chatting. I'll see you guys later. All the readings should be up soon. Libra and Aries are uploading. And when they're done uploading, I'll make them public. Okay. Bye, guys. Thank you again for the super chats, guys. I really do appreciate it. Okay. Bye, guys.